and that's just a bit of vocal, just the end of you know, the girl singing, just looping around. Got a bit of auto pan on it, a bit of delay, and that's kind of gets louder and louder.
The beauty of all this type of stuff is that, you know, as Jamie was saying before, is not to go over the top and getting everything sitting together, you know, and use it in a subtle way, and then everything else, the main parts like the beats. If you've got a vocal, the bass line, let that all breathe, let that do the talking.
Yeah.
And this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we'll usually have like a small amount of kind of main parts, but we'll usually have a lot of just little things that are sort of barely in there. But
and with these sort of things as well, we kind of give a bit of panning and stuff just in the mix and stuff, so not everything's centre.
Yeah.
We don't pan everything, but a lot of these sort of things, they're kind of moving in the mix and whatever, so it's not all...
I mean, a lot of automation will do a lot of those kind of little... You know, extras will just be kind of fading in just to help it build, almost subliminal. So like there's another one here. And that is actually a little part of Muchia's vocal, the tail end of one of her words or something, where we've just, you know, copied it on. I think we've transposed it there just with the real-time pitch shift. So that's just...
It's a really useful tool, actually, in Cubase. When you're looking to get a vibe going and stuff, and you know you want to try different keys, you know, sounds in different keys or whatever, then that's really handy, that one. But obviously if you go too much or too low, the sound does start to break up a little, and
sometimes that's even nice, isn't it? If you want it like as an effect, you want it to sound weird. Obviously, that's another thing.
But if obviously if you want to use it clean, then what we'll do is we'll transport it into Contact or something, and then we'll use it. You know, obviously the pitching around in there is a lot cleaner and better.
So I mean, there's more volume automation there on that little vocal loop from Muchia's vocal. Starts off like almost inaudible. And, you know, as it builds in, it's gradually coming up in volume. You start to hear it. See, without, you know, it's just like an extra texture. So what else have we got in there? That's probably everything we've really got in the intro. One more thing we've done when it gets to this bar 33 and the oddity bass comes in, and it goes to the chorus. We've got the last word of the vocal, and we basically
need to know, should I
echoed it off.
Cause I'm looking out for me.
And that's basically just repeating the last bit of the vocal, and it's also got a bit of a delay effect on it as well.
Yeah,
just
so we've got a fair bit of automation on that, and we're using the EQ within Cubase to pretty much act as a filter.
And what we'll do is we'll hit when we're recording like the EQ and stuff in, to act as the filter, we'll hit the right button. So here you can see as it's playing along.
Need to know, should I stay or go? Cause I'm looking out for me.
You can see the EQ's acting as like a filter, taking all the top end frequencies out and stuff as it's drifting down, you know.
We've also we've automated at that point all the sends come up to our echo and reverb. So just when it goes to the echo, we've got these.
Cause I'm looking out for me.
So basically, you know, just makes it sound a bit more kind of distant, echoey. So that's echoing over as the chorus comes in. Also at that point, you know, we brought in, we've got some this folder here. We've got all our drum stuff in. So we've started out with just that's basically a 909 drum machine hat, just in a simple part like that. And at that point, you bring in another hat. And then when it gets to the chorus, we bring in it's just a weird little kind of white noisy, I can't remember where you sampled it from, but it's just the tail end of something. It's got a little weird tom in there.
And it's all adding to the build up of the track without getting too full on, you know.
It's just for a bit of noise value, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bit of sparkle.
It's just something on the ear, even though it doesn't stand out, it's something your ear's going to pick up and, you know.
So then, you know, all that combined, we then go in, you might as well play it where, you know, then kind of switch it completely when it comes in.
And if you notice what we do here at the end, we kind of pull everything back, so it's kind of building a building, and then everything's chopped out, and we let a drum fill do a little switch.
That's one more thing we've got going into that drop as well, which we do a lot. We've got a delay set up. We've probably got various things going to it, like the vocals going to it. We've probably got our synths going to it, the sort of riser effects. Loads of things will be going to it, but not massively loud. It's this PSP delay plugin, which we use this pretty much on every track we do. It's in our kind of default song template. And what we'll tend to do when we're trying to like build into a particular part of the track is we'll automate the feedback on that delay, which is these two. It's the left and right feedback. So it starts off quite low, and it just creates a cool kind of effect, crescendo kind of thing. I've just put the listen enabled that track, so you can still hear it in the background, but we're getting that delay louder, so you can hear it.
And what it's doing there, it's starting on the back end of this where the feedback's coming up on the left and right channel of the delay.
You end up with that, but it's obviously not that loud in the track, but we use that in a lot of stuff, and sometimes we'll let it like carry on over the drop. In this case, we've immediately automated it back down because we want everything to just cut at that drum fill. You know, we haven't used it in such an obvious way on this particular track, but you can really, because it's got a resonant filter which you can put into the feedback loop. If you then turn the resonance up, you can get some really cool sounds where you can make your delay turn into this big sort of long tail that you can.
It just adds a little bit more colour to it as you're building your delay.
So you can get into automating that filter and the resonance of it quite a lot to control your delay, and you can just make it turn into just a kind of pad.
Yeah, it gives it that dub delay sort of feel. But the key to that one again is not going over the top with the resonance, isn't it? You know, because sometimes if you do, it kind of mushes the whole thing.
And you can get some pretty bad tinnitus.
Yeah, you get some tinnitus as well. Yeah.
We use the folders in Cubase because when you've got a lot of tracks and things get a bit chaotic, we usually have a folder with all our drums in and a folder with all our music stuff. So you folder with drums, we've got a folder with all the vocals, folder with all the music, and it just makes life a little bit easier, you know.
Okay, yeah, so what we're going to do now, we're going into the drop. On the beats, the vibe that we've gone for on this remix is kind of like an open vibe, haven't we? We haven't gone for the big sort of smash sort of thing. So it's kind of quite open, you know, the kick and snares are coming through quite prominent, and there's a bit of ride going on and stuff, and some hats, and basically there's not too much in this one.
Yeah, it's relatively simple. On this one we've just got only one kick in there. Like, a lot of the time we'll layer up a couple, but this one, I'd say the kick we've used in this track is not your typical kick you'd use in a drum and bass tune. It's more what you'd use in a house record, and we actually sampled it off a house record because it's got quite a lot of bottom end, more than you normally would use. You know, normally you'd be thinking of it in terms of your bass is going to sit kind of below the kick, almost in the frequency range. You know, your kick's more of a low mid, but this is slightly less typical in the sense that it's a really subby kick, and the bass is not actually that heavy. So
and it's got quite a nice sharp top end to it this way, so it's kind of got everything in the one kick really, so that's why we've only used this one.
So I suppose like we might as well just run through solo each of the things.
Yeah.
We've got that kick. On the kick, we've got the only thing we've got in the way of processing on the kick is the Sony Oxford Dynamics plugin, and we've just got a very small amount of compression